Welcome to the HR Unscripted, where we test the HR jargon and talk about what actually works. So today's episode is for every manager who has ever said they look great on day one and then something fizzles. So spoiler, it's not about the onboarding documents, it's the conversation that you didn't have. So today we are going to break down the 5 conversations that can turn new hire into your next star performer. No theory, just a practical scripts you can steal. So here, let's talk about that. What first conversation that you can have with your new hire? So instead of telling them that this is your designation, let's say on day one or day two that you meet to that person and you said that your role is marketing executive and you are reporting to this person. You are reporting to me, you are reporting to this person, and this is your work. This is how. Definitely, you can start with here how your work actually matters. So um, let's say that here what we can say that you have been hired for solving this right now because our customers drops off on our website. So what is your role actually? Making sure that our communication keeps people engaged. So because when you because when you write the next email, you're not just doing your job because you're fixing the real leaks. That's what's happening and what's really make you excited in work here. So instead of taking the designation of marketing executives, now you're really solving the problem, and definitely it connects the task to outcomes, and you feel and the people that whom you're talking feel ownership and responsible about the work, right? So this is the first conversation that you can have with your new hires to really help them be be with the company, right? Now tell me. Okay, so what are the conversation too that you can have with your new hire is that when within the first 3 days, don't just hand them an SOP. What you instead can do is have a conversation that how we really work around here, right? So say this, we have a few quirks that help us stay efficient, right? Let's say that if something is urgent, ping me on WhatsApp, not email. So these type of conversation that when you are having with your new hire, they feel connected to it, and definitely it matters because it speeds comfort that you are making that relationship and it's comforting, and you're comforting the new hires, right? So they will not feel like, oh, I'm going to receive the email or maybe I have to work in that same way. So they will feel very comfortable here, and when people get comfortable first in their surrounding, they really do a good work, right? Now then, so don't wait for the performance reviews. Let's talk feedback from the both side. So at least you guys can sit, talk together, and talk about that how the week went, good or bad, or maybe talk about that all of the each team member, like what are the things that didn't work out for you, what are the things that worked for you, what are the things that you you really didn't get it. So you can always ask for more detailed input. And hey, definitely, if you mess up or confuse, tell them directly, right? Ask them that if you have any confusion, you can tell me directly. Because definitely say that I value clarity over formality. You don't need to be formal at the day. You can tell me. And what are the things that you don't like? Please also talk in that feedback session. So, because it's create a culture of trust from the day one that there is one person that I can trust. There is a one person that I can talk about anything, right? So now let's move to the conversation number four is about, and it's you can start this conversation around the start of a week two, right? Don't just assign work, right? Because why do you want to get better at? So at least ask like this: what do you want to get better at today, right? So I know that your JDs talk about campaigns, but one ask the person that what one thing that you'd love to master in the next 3 months, right? Like what to improve. Do you want to learn analytics? Any yeah, I can pair you with some other colleagues that who is very good with number if you want to learn something, right? Or maybe there are some other people that who are really working handling the task management and everything. So why it matters? Because it shows that you care about their growth, not just about output, because you are telling them that what to do and what not to do, whom how you can help the person, making them making the giving them a accountable person, right? And it's really their learning phase, their growing phase, so you are helping them out, right? Now let's move to the conversation five, that what you can have within the 10 to 15 days. happens in the this. So what's working for you and what's not. So don't assume that their silence means that everything is fine, right? Say this like it's been 2 weeks. What's something you have liked so far, and one thing that's felt off or confused? Because it really helps me support you better, tweaks onboarding for future hire too, right? Why this matter? Because early honesty prevents burnout or disengagement later, right? When you are asking that what's not working, what's working, it's really create a sense of that trust and build confidence, right? That there is a someone where who really can understand me, right? So these 5 conversations don't need HR days, just a calendar reminder and a human moment, right? Because here is the truth. New hires don't leave because the job was hard. They leave because no one talked to them about the stuff that matters. If you want your new team member to stay, grow, and thrive, don't just give them a welcome kit. Give them a 5 good conversation. That's how you build loyalty before the probation ever ends. So, got a favorite onboarding question or moment that worked wonders? Drop it in the comment. We all are learning together here on Enter Unscripted. If you like my episode, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Till then, signing off, Deepika.